He was the face of Diablo Immortal for a very long time. And he spent a lot of money to a point that Diablo Immortal literally blocked him from even trying to play the game. So let's see what happened.
Hi guys, this is JT here. I wanted to explain exactly what's going down and the issue I'm having. Not only that, how many people it is actually affecting. I do have my boy Skeleton in the game. He's just kind of listening in, and he's going to give me feedback because he does not know what's going on. However, I do want to explain, and I want to explain to all you guys as well. So basically, for the last month and a half, anytime I go to the Battleground Captain and I click Find Match, I have not been able to get a queue for the full 2-hour length of the Battlegrounds, right? 0 queue.
So, did he pay to win his way that he got so powerful, so absolutely ridiculous power that he could not find anyone to match him? Is that what's happening?
No matter how long I've queued up, and this has now been ongoing for a month and a half.
Wow.
All right, well, 3 weeks ago, my clan won.
That's why he was still bronze. Oh man, imagine spending $100,000 to be bronze rank.
Time became the Immortals of Server Town Portal. Well, as we became Immortal, the Immortal Trial Quest told me specifically to compete in a Battleground in order to compete the trial.
Oh, we cannot be
Therefore,
Immortal.
I would need to actually do these quests to actually get the immortal wings, you know, what everybody else has, and be anointed an immortal. However, since I haven't been able to queue in the Battleground, which I would say, if I had to rough estimate how many hours I've tried to queue for a Battleground, I would say it's probably around somewhere around like 48 to 72 hours, somewhere in.
I know this old video, but have in mind, I didn't play Diablo Immortal back then, right? So I'm just curious, man. I'm curious about the old lore that people talk about.
Between that of only trying to queue for a Battleground and never being able to get one. All right, well, today it came around, and tomorrow is our chance to hold the reign of being an immortal, right?
And he cannot play it.
It sent me a little thing right here, and it said, hold on, let me click it. It's right here. It says, register for the right
he cannot
of exile
play
now.
it on.
Tap
Oh my
to
god.
Navigate. So it's like, all right, well, I have to register my team and me for the right of exile, right? So whenever I click navigate here, I know exactly where to go.
Listen, this got fixed, right? Because like there are many issues in Diablo Immortal that they are still not fixed after all these years. But one of the things that I learned on these pay-to-win games is like, you don't mess up with the whales. And if you have probably one of your biggest whales making a video that they cannot play the game after spending 100,000 and literally threatening you that they gonna refund the money, I am pretty sure they, you know, otherwise some heads are gonna roll in Blizzard, man.
You go to the right of exile. I mean, it's gonna take me right there, right? So we'll just let it follow there. So whenever I get here, I am not able to do anything at all, which makes me think that tomorrow, when the Rite of Exile comes, I'm not going to be able to participate in it, right? Okay, so that's fine. I'm not going to be able to participate in it. What do I do at this point, right? So now, what I've
just
been
refund,
thinking,
man. Fuck it.
All right, well, since I'm in this situation, how about I go ahead and go over here to clan members.
Yeah, you passed Immortal.
And we change the role. And see, I'm a clan leader, right? So I'm the clan leader. So I'm like, all right, well, if I leave the immortal, basically maybe it will give the immortal to somebody else. And then we can sign up and get things going.
Makes sense.
Right? Well, if I click leave the immortal, it doesn't allow me to do that, right? And so it tells me to basically give the position to somebody else. Well, let's say I try to give this guy clan leadership. I can't perform this role either. So basically, I'm stuck as the clan leader in the Immortal clan, not being able to queue us up for Rite of Exile at all. I can't do anything about it. I can't set up the teams. Therefore, basically, what's going to happen is, at least in my opinion, I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, this is funny.
Tomorrow, but I'm thinking that, honestly, whoever the Shadow Clan is that's fighting for Immortals probably going to be fighting against bots, because well, I can't register. The immortal of the clan can't register. So basically, we're just going to be handing over our immortal status. Now, just so you guys know, we have a clan of 300 members that are in this. We're all on Discord together. There's hundreds of us that are in clan one time specifically that I know that are my good friends who have spent in upwards of $5,000 or more on their character since we become immortal to hold our reign. Well, now all these guys are pissed off because there's like, there's 30 or 40 guys that at minimum spent $1,000 and none of these.
Man. Jesus. So we have here a situation, and I think that this used to be more common back in the day, right? Because the game was very early on. But I don't think nowadays anyone is spending a lot of like money to hold like the immortal rank, all right? Also, like the rules of the reign, it is like way easier to hold the reign than it was back in the day, right? But I would have been so mad because I am free to play. I don't spend money in these games, but I can empathize. I also, I can empathize and I can feel bad. But it is also funny that how can you get in these situations because the game is not really like no developer is thinking, okay, what is gonna happen if someone spends like on the first like few months of the game $100,000. I don't think like they are even like the system was really prepared for that, right? And I think that's what really happened.
Guys are now, I'm basically holding everybody back at this point. So now my question is, how long do I let this go and let Blizzard go about this? Because
I mean, like if you spend this biggest amount of money, you have to have like some custom, or direct access to Blizzard, right? Like you have to. You absolutely have to.
I contacted Blizzard about a little over a month ago about this situation. And what happened was at first is I went to the live chat. They then told me to go to the forums and make a forum post about it because that's how they react to people. So I went and made a forum post about it. I sent my entire Twitch audience to the forum post to try to get it, like basically to fire it up, right? To be like, hey guys, check this out. Like this is an important post. This guy can't get into Battlegrounds. This is an issue. Well, there was over, I think, 200 comments on it. Tons of people liked it. They were trying to help. Well, since that has been posted over 3 weeks ago, Blizzard has not responded one time to that forum post. They completely ignored it. So what did I do after that? I went ahead and wrote Blizzard on Twitter to whatever Blizzard employee I could find. Blizzard got back.
Wow. 3 weeks and he actually got ignored? Listen, you guys have to understand that back in the day, this guy was one of the biggest content creators, if not the biggest. I think he probably was the biggest, or at least the only one that I knew from Diablo Immortal. And obviously it was because he spent a lot of money in all these things, right? But I can't even imagine, like, probably there was not even like Diablo partnered program, so he could have access or easier access. So maybe like, even in that sense, maybe Blizzard kind of improves, but it'll be insane. It'll be insane if I had a problem with my account and I couldn't create content, I couldn't play the game, and I didn't have any assistance.
Back with me on Twitter, and they said, we're not really sure like what to do about the situation. We know it's MMR based. That's why you can't get into the battleground.
Yeah.
However,
they didn't know what the fuck to do, man. They were like, yo, it's not our problem, man. It's your problem. You spend too much money.
We should have it fixed in 2 weeks, but, we're not really sure. So it's like, okay, so now I'm in a situation where I have spent a considerable amount of money, around $100,000 on this game, and I have a character that has not been able to do the thing that I like doing the most in this game, which is Battlegrounds. Also, I'm trying to make money from this game as being a content creator, plus live streaming this game on Twitch, right? So if I can't do...
But by the way, good luck on recouping the 100,000 by playing Diablo Immortal. There's like... probably will take you, I will say, if you are the banger of a content creator, it will take you around like probably, I will say, if you are killing it, if you're like pulling to like thousands and hundreds of viewers. Most likely you can do it in 2 years or 3 years, which is maybe not bad, and that's just to recoup the money.
Do things that I spent money on this character to do, and I have no time frame of when things are going to actually be fixed, or even know if things are going to be fixed, because I'm the only player in the entire world with this problem. And the problem I'm having is when I first started this game, I spent a ton of money right at the start, right? So I was way far ahead of everybody else. And what happens
that's what these whales do.
Battlegrounds, I was carrying my team no matter who was on it, and literally slaughtering every single person. And so I would go like 40-0, 50-0, it didn't matter, right? I would go 100 Battlegrounds without losing a single one. My overall Battleground...
Probably without even dying once. Because also have in mind, I think back then, there was not even the strife. There was no strife debuff. So the gap between players was even further than it is in today's age. And right now, you get one-shotted still. You will always get one-shotted by like a Mega Whale. But before, it was even worse, if you can really imagine.
Record is somewhere in between 300 and 450 wins, with at max 3 total losses. And one of the losses was from a disconnect. The other losses were basically because I wasn't really paying attention and I got distracted in some sort of way, probably live on Twitch, right? There was never a time where I went in there trying to win and lost a Battleground. It never happened. And now my matchmaking record is now so high that I literally can't get a Battleground.
Long live the GOAT.
So my question now is, it's like, do I just not do anything about this, or should I hire a lawyer and refund this account and then see what happens then? Like, I don't know. So I have my buddy Skelta here, who just listened to everything that I said, and honestly, I'm just curious to hear what he has to say. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty messed up that for you, but in particular, it's really unfortunate for, you know, the 299 other people.
Wait, who is this guy? Can like, does anyone knows the Lord of like, who is this guy that is just invited him?
That are immortals, right?
Right.
So I mean, I don't know that there's a solution.
By the way, I don't know which skin is this, but it looks kind of badass, man.
To the problem, you know, that's immediate, right? Like if you go and refund, you know, the money you've invested, then
it didn't invested, it spent. Okay, listen, let's start like these investment verbs. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like, you are not investing, you are spending money on the game that you enjoy to play. You will never recoup that money. Probably you're gonna recoup a fraction of it, and it is gonna be a very small fraction, as we guys know.
Very possible, or it's like,
you think it's his lawyer?
They will. They'll ban my account, but I can make a new one, right, and recreate an account that actually can get in Battlegrounds.
Sure. I mean, I think if you're looking for an in-game solution, but it's not perfect, you know, you can maybe choose to lose the right intentionally, and then promote someone else to, you know, a clan leader.
No, dude, you're missing
no, in the shadow.
The point is that he wants to go inside the Battlegrounds. Because like, that's like the whole problem. Like, he can pass the rain and maybe they can go into it and he can, but his major issue is like, I spend $100,000 and I want to do PvP and I can't.
Just want your shadow again.
The problem is what happens? Do I risk never being able to get in a Battleground ever again? Do I take that risk? Or, you know what I mean? Because I have no proof.
And Blizzard's response to you was they're aware of the issue and nothing beyond that?
Yes, Blizzard's response to me was they're now aware of the issue. This was over 3 weeks ago, and they have done nothing about it. How long do I let this proceed? Because if I let this proceed really any longer, I'm not going to be able to refund from my bank, right?
Does he still play Diablo Immortal?
Sooner than later.
I don't
Otherwise,
think so.
I have a character. If this character...
even if you see his character, I am pretty sure he sold his account. He sold his account, or there is a pilot or something like that. I don't think he's playing anymore.
Can never be in a Battleground ever again. I don't want this character.
Yeah, no,
it's as simple as that.
If I were in your situation...
By the way, as a content creator, this guy, I think he did like the smart... I mean, he's probably rich, right? And he's like, how can I pay to win my way into success, right? That's what he did. He was like the number one like player in the world for Diablo Immortal because he spent more money than anyone else. He literally paid to win himself, not only in game, but also on YouTube, on Twitch. Everyone was watching this guy. And also, I didn't watch his streams, but he feels like he's a kind of entertaining guy. I don't know. I didn't watch, but maybe like you guys know. But I say, oh, it's JT all business. You know, like he seems like a funny guy. But then, you know, I feel like the issue was the game. The game itself, after a while, died really hard. And I think he died with it. Right?
And that, you know, and I really only care about BGs too, and I couldn't play, and then I would probably 100% refund my money.
Yeah.
It's
You know
him.
what I mean?
So
Like, what
he
else?
still plays Diablo Immortal? How do you know? How do you know it's him?
Is there that I can do? And this is coming, guys. This guy in the chat with me is somebody who has spent over $40,000 on his character, talking just like I am. We actually have a chat in Discord with all the top whales in this game.
Oh, the
which
whale
is
code,
over
right?
20 people who have all spent over $30,000 to get their 5,000 resonance wings, right? So it's a lot of heavy whales that we are talking to. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do in this position currently. I'm kind of confused about it.
You're
Tomorrow
in the
I'm gonna
whale
go live,
card, right?
So if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, that's going to be at twitch.tv/JTisAllBusiness. I'm going to be trying to queue up for the Battlegrounds
Man.
non-stop. And
What a legend, man. What a legend.